So my name is Arjia, Arjia Lobsang. People call me Arjia Rinpoche. I'm from Kumbum Monastery. Kumbum is one of the biggest monastery in eastern Tibet. We have 4,000 monks. Then also we have a lot of Mongolian monks as well. I'm the reincarnation of abbot of Kumbum Monastery. So why call Arjia? Because in our place, in Amdo language, Arjia means father. So I'm the father of Lama Tsongkhapa's father's reincarnation. So then also we have Lama Tsongkhapa's mother's reincarnation called Sera Rinpoche. So then I'm the reincarnation of his father. I'm the number eight. So when I was two, then the monks come from our monastery. They find me as a reincarnation. Then they invited me to the Kumbum Monastery. Then I went to Kumbum Monastery with my parents. I grew up in Kumbum, which is 1952. So then 1958, everything changed because the religious reform. So the Chinese Communist government, they changed the policy, so they closed the monasteries and they arrested the high lamas and teachers and so forth. Then I was 8, then they sent me to a Chinese school, and I studied Chinese. Then I have a very close relationship with Panchen Lama. So in Tibet we have two spiritual leaders. One is His Holiness Dalai Lama. One is His Holiness Panchen Lama. So when 1959, His Holiness exiled to India, so the Panchen Lama was in China. So then the Chinese government, spoke to him and asked him to say something behalf of the Chinese government. Then the Panchen Lama, when grew up, then he's very strongly supported the monastery and support the religion and preserve the Tibetan culture and so forth. So then my uncle was the 10th Panchen Lama's teacher. So that's why we all have a very close relationship. Then he came in 1962, then he came to our monastery. Then he brought me to the Jashi Lumbu Monastery. Then I studied in Jashi Lumbu Monastery several years. So then afterwards, then the Cultural Revolution, Chinese Cultural Revolution started. Then even Panchen Lama, so that time had trouble, that they arrested him. So they said the Panchen Lama was counter-revolutionary, so then put him in jail. So then I was sent back to Kumbum. So that time Kumbum already closed. There's no Kumbum. Kumbum Monastery is still there, but not the monastery. Just the work kind of camp, like a person camp. So I was in that camp, worked 16 years due to hard labor. So anyway, 1980, so then 1980s, the everything is changed. So everything's changed, and the Chinese policy is a little bit eased. Then the monastery reopened. Then monks can go to a monastery to practice and study. Then I was back to Kumbum Monastery, then stayed there. So Then 1990, I became an abbot of Kumbu Monastery. So then the Kumbu Monastery reopened. Then people from Mongolia, people from Buryat and Kalmyk also come to, receive the blessings and do the pilgrimage and so forth. And lots of people came. So 1998, then I decided to escape to United States, because the reason 1995, actually 1989, the Panchen Lama passed away. When the Panchen Lama passed away, traditionally, two spiritual leaders in Tibet, right? So the Dalai Lama and Panchen Lama, the Dalai Lama had to find his reincarnation. So then if Dalai Lama's reincarnation, then only the Panchen Lama can to make the decision. So that's a kind of our tradition. However, when the Panchen Lama passed away, so there's lots of political chaos. Finally, 1995, the Chinese government decided to find the Chinese version of Panchen Lama. So that time the Dalai Lama already made an announcement. So he said Gendin Chujinma is the 11th Panchen Lama. So the Chinese government denounced and canceled that reincarnation. Then did the so-called golden urn ceremony. Then they find the Panchen Lama's reincarnation. So then, because of my uncle, so then they asked me to become his tutor. So then I can't. So I escaped. 1998, I escaped. I went to U.S. and I asked the political asylum. I stayed there. So that is my short story. So I actually I published my memoir. So in English, also in Mongolian, also Chinese. So I'm if I have a chance, I would like to introduce to our Russian friends and also Kalmykia and everyone, So in English, my memoir called Surviving the Dragon. In Chinese and Tibetan, Mongolian, different names. This is my short story. Then the Kumbu Monastery. Kumbu Monastery is one of the biggest monastery. Actually is the Lama Tsongkhapa's birthplace. 600 years ago, Lama Tsongkhapa was born in Kumbum. So that time Kumbum is nomad area. There's no more village, no people, just a few people, tents and animals and yaks and like that. So when Lama Tsongkhapa grew up, when he became 16, then he went to Lhasa to study. Then he never come back. Then his mother became older. Then he wrote a letter, sent to Lhasa from Kumbum. So that time, no more, the mailman. There's no post office. Have to people carry the letter to Lhasa. Then his letter take 1 year to get there. So after he got the letter, so in the letter, his mother put his little hair because his hair became gray. Then also said that he's getting older, he's miss him very much, and asked him to come back. Then the one reason in his birthplace, they formed a little spring, water come out. Then also grew up a tree. So that's maybe a very auspicious, symbol or omen. So then his mother asked him to come back and look those things. Then he wrote back. He said, because I'm studying Buddhism, very busy. I don't want to go back. So when that place grew up a tree, and they come up spring, this is very auspicious. So please, can you build a little temple on this tree, so then people can come and visit that place. Then they can come and do the pilgrimage and practice and meditate. So that's a good sign. And then he also gives some gift to his mother. Then let's take another 1 year to come back to Kumbum. So then his mother started to build a little temple on that, little stupa for the children. So then, because that tree is very special, that tree has many leaves. On these leaves that time come up lots of little Buddha's image on it. So that's why they call Kumbum. So Kumbum means like 100,000 Buddha. So that leaf has Buddhas. So that's why they had this church. So after many years, then people come and they build a little bit something on it. And then finally 7 monks stay there and practice. Then in 15th centuries, the third Dalai Lama come to Kumbum. So then Dalai Lama, the third Dalai Lama, Sonam Jamso come and said, oh, this is a very special place. So you should have a monastic university, the big Gompa. So then they started Kumbum. So they gave the name called Kumbum Chambaling. So then started that time, then the monastery had schools, became a serious monastery, university. So they have a school of philosophy, school of medicine, school of astrology, and school of Tantra, Sutra, and so forth. So then grew up. Because that's Kumbum Monastery, very influenced by the Mongolian area. So lots of Mongolian people come to Kumbum and study and practice. So lots of Geshe from Kumbum, they were Mongolians. That's just a kind of a little short story for Kumbum Monastery. This is my memoir in Mongolian. So that is in Mongolia you can find this one. Then also this in English. So that's one, and that one has lots of pictures. You can take a look. So I met His Holiness when I come to U.S. So that's one when I was in Tibet, where I was in the Kumbum Monastery, and the whole history in that, and you can find out. That's with Chinese President Jiang Zemin. He came to Kumbum. So this is Panchen Lama. That's Panchen Lama. I with him. That's some old pictures on it. This is me. When I was 2, I went to Kumbum Monastery. That's my parents. So I was born in this tent. This is me. Yeah. So some stories. This is my uncle, Arjia Rinpoche. Yeah. So that's whole book. Oh, also I'm artist. I can paint, so That's all the picture I painted. That's Kumbum. That's Kumbum. So that's Jashidombo. When I stayed in Jashidombo, I painted this one as well. So because of the golden urn ceremony, because the Chinese government tried to find the Pachalama, so I was on this ceremony. That's called the golden urn ceremony in the Jokhang Temple. So this is me. So this is Karmapa. That's Chinese officials. So this person is called Bomi Rinpoche. He has to find that Chinese version of Panchalama's name, give to them. They finally decide this is the Panchalama. So because of this reason, I escaped. So this is my story. I would like to give to you. You can take a look. Yeah. Okay. When I went to US, I stayed in the US. So 2006, His Holiness Dalai Lama come to US and then asked me to appointed me as the director of the center where I live today. So that's a center called Tibetan Mongolian Buddhist Culture Center. Actually, this is a center established by his older brother, Dr. Rinpoche. So when Dr. Rinpoche was getting older and unfortunately he has a stroke, then he's sick, so he can't run the center. So then His Holiness Dalai Lama, appointed me as a director, gave the center to me, said, you are Mongolian. You have to preserve Tibetan culture and Tibetan, Buddhism. Then also you have to include the Mongolians as well. So then I went there, and he gave this name, before called Tibetan Culture Center, now called Tibetan Mongolian Buddhist Culture Center. So lots of Mongolians from U.S., different places come to our place. Now we have one culture building, one temple, 2 buildings there. Some place people can stay. Then we have Sunday teachings. Then also we have lots of practice. Sometimes we do celebrate the Buddha's birthday and Tibetan New Year, Mongolian New Year, and as well as His Holiness birthday and so forth. Then we have teachings. Then also especially we have an interfaith program. So we different religions we invited. So people, the faith leaders from Christianity and Muslim and Jewish and Sikh and Hindu, as well as Buddhist other tradition come to our monastery. We so often doing practice together. So this is kind of a little story about our center. So I know Delo Rinpoche long time ago. Then also I have some friend in Kalmykia and Russia as well. So they invited me. So then I so often go to Mongolia because I asked the political asylum in the US. I can't go back to Tibet. So then I went to Mongolia because the Mongolia people speaking Mongolian. So then I feel like I visit my home again. So start 2011 we started the charity work in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. We're building a hospital for the cancer, victims. The children have cancer, so we have a cancer treatment center in Ulaanbaatar. So last year, almost finished this whole building. The center has, this building, the hospital has 6 floors and 50 beds. So 2014, this year, we wish to finish this whole project and give back to the hospital. That's actually is there's a hospital, the maternity's hospital in Ulaanbaatar. So we're building one section, children's that's cancer treatment center for them. So after that's completion, we would like to give back to them, and the government, the hospital will run this project. So this is our little story. Then I'm a Mongolian as well, because I grew up in Tibetan place. Actually, in our place, I'm from a nomad family. So in our place, Tibetan and the Mongolian nomad all live together. So my grandfather is a Tibetan. So my grandmother is a Mongolian. So they married. So then come to me, my parents are Mongolians. So then I can speak Mongolian as well. And I would like to say something in Mongolian for the audience in Buryat and Kalmyk and Tuva and Russia as well. 자, 하늘 삼바스 가져노. 자, энэ удаагийн энэ одоо Далайбодын хичээл байсан тэгээд одоо энэ өмнө нь энтэд ирээд энэ Sera сум дээр сууж байна. За тэгсэн чинь манай одоо наац нар хийгээд Оросоос ирээд тэгээд зургт нь аваад игчил байна. Тэгвэл одоо та нарт энэ зургаар дамжуулаад та нарын амрыг асууж байгаа. За биднээс бол 10 өдрийн хичээлээр суусаа Монголч үсэндээ ирсэн байна. Тэгвэл их сайхан байна. За энэ манай наац нар бол намайг одоо яваад нь одоо Оросдын бууч бас одоо Kalmyк-ийн буу тэргээр альчлахгүй юу гэж дуудаж байна. Тэгэхээр би бол их баяртай байгаа. Явандаа бол би тэргээр яваад альчилмаар байна. Миний түүхийг бол би сая одоо англиар хэлсэн юм аа. Би бол Гүмбүнкидийн нэг лам байсан. Одоо бол Америкт байж байгаа. Одоо Америкт байсан манай төвийг бол одоо төвд Монголын бурхан шажнаа соёлын төв гэж дууддаг юм аа. За тэгвэл та нар одоо Индиан мужид байгаа. Та нар явандаа тийм завшаан байвал манай тэнд айлчлахаа ирээ гэдээ би та нарыг урьж байна. За тэгээд сайхан болтохоо баярлалаа. Come here. Stay. That's for you. Thank you. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Yes. Good. 2, 3 is okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Congratulations.